guys. Today I wanted to make part one of a two-part vlog. I'm going to be doing one today and then one probably about a week from now with the update, as clearly I got these chest eyes, the spider eyes I had lined out last time. I got them shaded in, so they're solid blacked now. You can see that the lines around them aren't nearly as dark, but they're going to be quite a bit darker once we get the shading done. We just wanted to do the eyes and kind of see how they healed this session, because we're, again, in the unknown here, not really sure how this stuff is going to work long term, but we wanted to try and see if we could do solid black on black. So some different mag groupings were used for this. Along the outer edge of the shading was done with a 7 mag, and the inside of the eyes was done with a 13 mag. Two parts for that, or two reasons for that being, we want to create a bit of a three-dimensional kind of look. So tighter mag groupings will be darker than broader mag groupings is the science on this. So the 7 mag saturates a little bit more like a liner, where the 13 will be presumably darker than, say, this, but it won't be as dark as the 7. So when that heals, hopefully what will be left is a bit of a transition from the 7 to the 13 that creates a depth or a dimension, sort of like a 3D effect. These kinds of methods may not even be thought of in any other sort of tattoo, but in black on black, it becomes a little bit necessary to think outside the box. And I'm learning so much over these last few appointments. I actually thought there wasn't much more for me to learn as a client or as a canvas, but there's actually quite a bit more to learn still. So I'm having the time of my life in a way with this stuff. Didn't get any more tentacles done because, as I said, I just wanted to see how this healed, and it was a lot actually. Just to saturate these, it took quite a while. When you're using a 7 and a 13 mag to get into tight areas, it's not like you're just whipping out 27 mag and running things over. So this actually took 2 hours, and it was quite a bit of mental and physical strain to get this done. The left side of my chest was kind of like rubbery. Didn't want to take the ink, so it took a bit more punishment to get that saturated, but we were able to. Now, as I said, what I want to do with this vlog is do part one today while it's fresh, and then come back and finish this vlog on the next video. I'll do that once they're healed, and that way we can see fresh and healed in one video. As I said in the last video, I was pretty excited to show off the healed like lines, but I kind of do like to show things off when they're fresh too. So I thought this could be like meeting in the middle, or the best of both worlds kind of thing. I also got a new Libre piece. It's a bit different shape. It's a lot shorter, and there's not nearly as much bulk in the inside. It gives me a bit more freedom to speak. Not to say that my last piece was restricting my speech so much, as this is just a little bit easier to talk with, and I can't support an O-ring because it's quite a bit shorter, so it ends up looking a bit smaller, which I'm not hating. But yeah, so there's that, and the new obviously the new eyes on the chest. I will show off how everything else is doing. So, not losing anything here. You can see the tentacle here that was done last time is still there, nice and good. I'm gonna have to hit my belly button again. And this one, we're actually planning on doing a tentacle out of the belly button too. That's something that we were talking about during this session was we're going to build like kind of a tentacle sort of tailing out of my belly button, since I'm going to have to black it out again anyway. May as well have some fun while I'm in the area. Yeah, so that's this part of the vlog, and I will be talking to you guys again very soon. Hey guys, I'm back with part 2 of this vlog. So where I last left off, I was talking about how I wasn't sure how these were going to heal, so I wanted to do this as a 2-part. So here I am doing part 2. Anyway, obviously these are healed now. It's I think 6 days after the first part. They took a little while longer than I'm used to for peeling, because we were using smaller mags. And all I've been doing lately is lining, so I actually haven't had many mags used on me in a little while. Especially smaller mags I haven't used on anything since my first suit. Lots of little areas of color packing are done with mags, things that you can't use a big mag for example. Most of my blackout was done with 27 mags, where this stuff was done with 7s and 13s. It just saturates the skin differently. Anyway, everything takes a little bit longer to heal when you use smaller mags, typically, if you're color packing, because it does more damage to the skin than, say, a big mag would. But obviously, yes, they are darker. They did stay quite dark. We got kind of a 3D effect with them, where the outer edge of them was done with a small mag, a 7 mag, and the inner area of the eyes were done with a broader mag. So you got kind of a really dark black along the lining and a softer black in the center of them. So it creates a really 3-dimensional look. And I was apprehensive about how these were going to heal. I wasn't sure I would be looking at anything today. Like, would have been really happy even with just maybe a shade darker than it was. But we ended up getting, I would say, 2 or 3 shades darker overall. So yeah, I would consider that a huge success overall. Yeah, I wasn't, like, this has been the part of this that I was the most curious about how it would work. Because obviously I know that you can get a line over a blackout and it'll stay pretty dark, but I wasn't really positive that we could get solid black over blackout to really work. I thought maybe it would disperse into the skin in a way that you wouldn't really notice it once it was healed. So even when I was doing the last vlog, and part of why I did this one as a 2-part is I really wanted to show the honest kind of transformation from day 1 to a week after. And I'll just keep showing them off periodically, because this stuff has a funny way of healing. Like, for example, right now it's got a bit of a shine. You can see it in the light. You can see that skin has got a bit of a milky texture right now, where the above layer of skin is still healing. And when that shine goes away, they'll be quite a bit darker in the end. That's happened with all of my black on black work. The week after, it seems to be as light as it's going to be. And then every week after that, it seems to get a little bit darker until it's, fully healed. But anyway, I don't know how that will work, say, a year from now. I don't know what that solid shading of black will do. I'm not sure if it will be as dark as it is now, or potentially even darker than the blackout around it, because there is some difference in how shading heals, or not heals, but ages. So big broad surface of black, like this blackout on my shoulder here, or my arm, might degenerate at a faster rate than a smaller mag packed in black. That's something I'm really curious to see. Not because I'm worried about it. Oh, I don't want to have to touch it up all the time. No, clearly I don't mind doing that. But I am, as almost like a science project, very fascinated by all of this. The other part of this that was curious to me is Rick just blacked out my chest, I think back in November again. So this is his black on top of his black, where I wasn't too concerned with down here with the stomach, because this black was done by a different artist. This black out here was done by Lee. And it's 2 years old, roughly. There's been some touch-ups, but this blackout, I wasn't too worried about how we were going to get a line over it to show, because it's two different artists using two different techniques to saturate. So I was pretty convinced that we could get that to show up. I wasn't sure that Rick could get his black to be this dark over his own black. And I joked to him, imagine how black you could get a black arm if you did it all with a 7 mag. And I believe his exact words were, fuck that. Because that would take a million years. And how much trauma would you do to the skin? As I said, this took a little bit longer to heal. Some spots almost had like a scabby texture. They weren't really scabbed up, but they just had like a little bit of scabbing around the edges. Because as I said, anytime you're saturating solid black with smaller mags, it does a bit more damage to the skin. Anyway, so that's what they look like now. It's a close-up. Not as dark as day one, but pretty good. And I think I mentioned in the first part, but we're planning on doing some white in the highlight of the eye once these are fully healed too. Highlight of the eyes, I should say. Just to crank up that contrast a little more. But yeah, very punchy. And I'm very happy with them. Anyway, if you guys have enjoyed this video, there'll be lots more black on black work I'll be showing off in the next few weeks. So I look forward to that, and I'll talk to you again soon.